ascendancy of a new champion.
Absolutely. We still have 4 very strong teams, and I know how much this one means to 11 Original. They got to the semi-finals last month, so this is the position that they got to, and they will want to be moving to the final. It is EveCale kicking us off, who was the final attacker for them yesterday. Let's see if he can pull this one off, Woody.
11 Original fell in the group stage on Friday, but from the lower bracket defeated the team that went up against them, the Queen Walkers. And even though the Queen Walkers got 13 stars and 94.6%, 11 Original were still able to come out over the top and far above that. It's going to be a difficult run for Nishong Dance. Expect the winner of this war to have at least 13 stars, Judo. EveCale starting off with that reliable Queen Walk in the top corner. That first town hall going down will get the single star. Remember, 50% comes with the second star, but it takes all buildings to go down to get that coveted 3-star, so desperately needed for the win.
It certainly does, and EveCale has a pretty good start here. He is really struggling with that single target Inferno, though has to use a couple of freeze spells, but he will finally get there. He knew there was a black bomb in that area. He was consistently sending in balloons, also trying to distract the single target Inferno, and as much as he has spent an entire minute getting to this area, Woody, he is about to take down the town hall.
That single target Inferno completely negated and the town hall obliterated. EveCale has done his duty with this first strike, but 2 menacing targets still remain for this Archer Queen. Scatter shots on the left and right side, and Kala is losing a lot of health on his Queen really fast, forced to take that down super quickly with that Queen ability, and will continue the charge along the right corner of the space. Miners and Hog Riders, the hybrid of death, are moving in, but the clan castle has popped out and they're starting to fire away. Need that poison spell fast to finish them off.
Oh, and the Archer Queen has came across to this area as well, Woody. A bold move by EveCale using his rage spells to keep the Archer Queen alive, but she did not go for the second scatter shot. That could really tear things apart here as the Hog Riders come in from the siege barracks, but he is really falling short. The Archer Queen goes down. Royal Champion is trying to help out, but he does have a lot of base left to take down here.
Bold move there, holding on to that Royal Champion ability deep into this attack. Must have a clear target in mind for it. EveCale hasn't made it yet to that last scatter shot, and that is going to be the crucial defense that he'll have to take out. Still, he's got a lot of wizards. Oh no! The wizards suffer a massive giant bomb explosion, and any more small bit of damage will be able to take them out. One by one, the cannon pops them down. Hopefully there's not any more bombs in this last compartment, Judo.
Hopefully not. They also have to get through a storage, Woody, which is huge on hit points before they get to the scatter shot. They are getting incredibly close, but time will also be the factor here. 98% is one fantastic attack, but it is not enough for the 3 stars for EveCale.
EveCale thrusts the knife deep into the belly of the beast and twists it, but that twist of fate left him just hanging short. 2% deny him the 3-star on that attack, and Nishong Dance will live to fight another day. Lei Fang will be their next attacker. It's a Yeti smash army with 2 witches to provide a little more oomph as they go deep into the 3rd minute, looking for a long haul victory here.
Well, Lei Fang did use the Yetis in his opening match against HT Family, getting the 3 stars as well. And if he can pull it off here, as good as EveCale's attack was, 11 Original will trail after the first attack, starting with the Grand Warden Walk, but deploys the Yetis relatively early. Just a little bit of a funnel getting set up here, Woody. And he also has the King and Witches for the right-hand side of the base.
Very brave move by Lei Fang. You gotta wonder if that Warden Walk was as much value as he was hoping for, but when there's so many attacks that come down to the last few seconds, deploying those troops a little early is great, but wow, that was a compartment of death up top. Tornado Trap spinning those troops around and a giant bomb exploding right in their faces, forcing out an early Warden ability here that Lei Fang may not have planned on having to use that early.
Well, the 2 scatter shots were there, so he must have predicted that there would have been a lot of damage, but I am surprised that we have not seen the battle blimp as of yet. Maybe he is waiting to try and take the town hall with the Archer Queen, and that looks like the plan. She is getting awfully close and holds on to the ability. Battle blimp for the left-hand side of the base. Hold your horses here, Woody. This could indeed turn around to be a 3-star.
A terrifying army storms out of the clan castle and forces the poison spell. It's ticking away, but look out for that Inferno Dragon. It can heat up really fast. Popped down with no problem at all by an Archer Queen who was able to tear through those enemy archers lickety-split. Lei Fang has lost all healers on this squad, and so these heroes are going to have to do their best with what they've got left. Barbarian King takes a few stabs. Can he get the Archer Queen down? Yes, he does. Lei Fang is left without any teeth, and he is trying to take a big bite out of too much of a base left. Muffin from 11 Original will hold on with his defenses here. Looks like we're going to get into the mid-80s, maybe even higher with some additional cleanup along the outer edge. Lei Fang's not done yet. He still has 2 party wizards and a baby dragon. That's some mighty damage, but the Tesla farm in the bottom will probably be too much to manage.
Yes, if the Archer Tower was out of range of the Grand Warden. Obviously, it does have that longer range than the Tesla and the cannon. The Grand Warden might have been able to snipe a bunch of these defenses, and you can see how close it is coming with 30 seconds, plenty of time since we started the Grand Warden walk early, and we are still holding on to the Baby Dragon and the Wizard. 3 stars off the cards now, but waiting for the perfect moment to deploy them. Wait a second, we actually do have some Yeti Mites in the basket, Woody. I might have spoke too soon anyway.
Well, they'll pop out and target onto enemy defenses, but a cannon and several Teslas, a bomb tower stacked on top is just too much to handle. Still, Lei Fang went farther than I expected, and you got to give him a commendation for that. A 2-star 95% will tiptoe closer to the standard set by 11 Original.
Yes, exactly. 2 very high 2-star attacks there. Starting off solid, you know, nothing to kind of write home about, but also nothing to be sniffed at. 2 extremely high 90% 2 stars, Judo.
Absolutely, and I think a very important thing moving into a high pressure war as of this is to make sure you get your confidence in, you settle into the attacks, and you don't lose it right off the bat by making a huge mistake. And on that one, we did see a early Grand Warden ability to just make sure we got through the dangerous defenses in the center, but it didn't pay off for the 3 stars, Woody.
But you know, Banks, I would definitely be happy to write home about a 2-star 98% against an 11 Original base, but I get your meaning. It takes a 3-star to win this war. EveMark will be the next up to take a crack at it, coming back with another hybrid army. He's got 5 healers for that long walk to begin with. It looks like it's starting off in the top corner. Oh, interesting move here. He's going to deploy the battle blimp to start with, going for that single target Inferno. It'll burn up and pop out right ahead of it and be able to take out everything in that top compartment really early on.
Yes, beautiful timing to pop the battle blimp because you get crash damage from that siege machine as well. So he also got a lot of damage onto the single and the Expo, and that helped him take it down incredibly fast. And now the Archer Queen is all set to walk down towards the left-hand side of the base. EveMark has pulled in 2 3 stars this tournament with the lightning spells into Lava Loon. Let's see how he manages with this hybrid attack, Woody.
Cracks through an open compartment, and what a base identification by EveMark. Sees an easy stab at an enemy Archer Queen and the Eagle Artillery, and he is not throwing away his shot. Fires away, and before the Eagle can even activate, will take it down.
Beautiful, that should locked onto the enemy queen and took her down. It was very close there, but he does reap the reward of taking out the Eagle, the Queen, now onto the clan castle. And look at that beautiful Hog Rider to take out the Archer Tower that was onto the healers. Top move there by EveMark.
Super heads up play, and even though that Inferno Tower is firing away at the Archer Queen, it's set to multi. It's no threat at all for such a beefy hero with an incredible level of support from those heroes as well. Staying safe out back, not worried too much about splash damage, but oh, a couple of red bombs pop, and that'll take one of the healers apart. EveMark is losing a little bit of his force over on the left side, but I think he still has enough to keep this going the distance, Judo.
He certainly does, and he has a beautiful funnel set up for the Hog Riders and the Miners. The King took out the Tesla farm, waited patiently before deploying the troops, and they are now going to beeline into the center here where the Town Hall is. But I do notice 2 scattershot at the back of the base, Woody. He needs to hold on to his spells for them defenses.
Fearsome foes indeed. Did he wait a little bit too patiently? He's got less than a minute left now. It's still a third of the base remains. He is really playing it tightly this time right now. Mark is going to spread out his troops along the interior of the base, hoping to maximize damage as he tears through these buildings. But those scatter shots are firing away. They are the key defense that you have to worry about anytime you bring a big spread out army like Hogs and Miners. Royal Champion doing her best to stab through. She gets the first one down, but it's all left to the heroes now, and only 20 seconds left to finish it off, Judo.
Yes, it will still be a high percentage. Looks like we will get into the 90% again, so a brilliant upkeep here by EveMark, keeping the percentage high for 11 Original, keeping the pressure on Nishan Dance, but it does give them that opportunity. If you are not putting the 3 stars on the scoreboard, then you could easily lose a war at this high level.
Marvelous mastication by Mark, chewing up and spitting out 92% of that base. 11 Original is now exactly tied with Nishan Dance in terms of destruction percentage overall. We'll have to see if Nishan can keep that momentum rolling. It'll take another 2-star 95% just to hold water against an 11 Original squad that's overflowing like a tsunami of death. The next attacker will be Sue from Nishan Dance.
Well, let's see if he can pull this one off using the lightning spells to start off with the dragons. We knew this was going to be a tight and exciting war, Woody, and irrespective of 3 stars, this one is super close.
Sue has yet to get a 3-star for his team. He pulled off a 2-star 97% in his first attack, though, so maybe he has got the right base identified this time. Mass drag is going to be his.
Well, it looks like the lightning spells have taken out the scattershot in the center of the base, managed to get some damage onto the Archer Queen as well. And this is brilliant to allow the battle blimp into the top area of the base, taking out the single, and the Yetis will take the Archer Queen as oh, they just miss her. Very, very unfortunate there. As the dragons continue to come from the right-hand side of the base, we have the Grand Warden in there as well. A quick deployment of the dragons flying into the base with the heroes on the right-hand side to maintain the funnel. As the dragons come to the Town Hall, the Grand Warden's ability is popped to get through that. First star secured, and we push on forward through the Archer Queen towards the Eagle Artillery. And these dragons do not look like stopping anytime soon.
One more rage spell left for Sue as he makes his way to the back end of the base, passing the 2-star mark, and will find those key defenses that he's waited so long to tear through. Dragons seeking air mines on the bottom, though, and that Archer Queen doesn't have much left to say about this base. She's taking shots from the cannon and is down.
He keeps the dragons moving forward, and the Clan Castle troops do him a favor by pulling the dragons in next to the air defense. If he can take the air defense down, the Royal Champion might be able to finish off the base. Here she comes from the top area of the base. She still has her ability. With the freeze spell being used, the air defense is picking off all of the troops. Royal Champion needs to come through and finish this one off.
Lost his Grand Warden, and that's going to be another big hit to Sue's offenses here. Uses that Royal Champion shield and takes down several Teslas. 2 dragons left on the bottom side of the base, and fortunately for Sue, he's got a lot of time left. Still a minute to tear through, only 13%. Tears apart the Inferno Tower, and that's going to be it. There's no defenses left. It's just a cleanup problem now.
92% and climbing with 45 seconds. We could expect this to be the 3-star. The red air bomb is not enough to take out the dragon. The party wizard has stepped in. There is no place for a trap there, so the party wizard can take out the storage. The dragon is on the builder hut, and just like that, Nishan Dance will be taking the lead here in this war. What an explosive start by both of these teams, Banks.
What an amazing start. Literally such high-level Clash of Clans we are witnessing right now. The first triple has been put on the board, and that right there is something to write home about, because that is what you're going to need to be able to secure the victory to go through into the last stage of the qualifiers, the final, later today, Woody.
With not but a single wizard and a goblin left in his army, Su has done the unimaginable. A perfect calculation of the offensive strength required to defeat this base and tearing it apart with just a sliver of hit points left. But that's all that matters. If you tear the whole base up, you get the 3 stars and are able to go home happy. 11 Original have to send Lewis in now to try to even the score.
Well, this is a good choice, in my opinion, by 11 Original. Lewis has managed to get 3 of his attacks used with the Yeti Smash. 2 of them, in fact, were 3 stars, and when they really needed it. So if they get the 3-star here, they make sure to keep the pressure on Nishan Dance.
Warden Walk is a bit of a slow start, but remember, you can get a lot of buildings taken out with those long-range shots. He's brought the Yeti Smash combo this time, 6 apiece of them in the bowlers. That's actually quite a bit heavily leaning toward the Yetis. Interestingly, he's also brought a couple of giants here. Don't usually see those big orange-bearded fellas, but might have a key defense in mind over in the corner, maybe a mortar or something to finish those off early on and avoid the splash damage, which can cause some problems long-term for a ground-based army like this.
Yes, we can often see the Giants used to distract splash damage, like you said, particularly on the back end of the base. This is a very bold Grand Warden walk as he jumps through walls towards the Town Hall. But I'm not sure that Lewis is going to be going all the way from the to the Town Hall. But he has set up a brilliant funnel here. Here comes the Yetis, and with the jump spells, he can get pretty much all of the way through the base, Woody.
A ferocious force stacked on the right side, and the Barbarian King will dodge out of that single target Inferno. He's been heated up quite a bit, but he'll continue pathing along the outer edge, trying to get some more trash buildings and prevent them from funneling toward the outside. Lewis from 11 Original has a jump spell in tow after the one he's already dropped. He's creating a massive crater of destruction on GYY's base. Sends in the battle blimp, and that'll activate the Town Hall, looking to get his first star on this attack. There it is.
Beautiful play, because he used the jump spell to make sure not to allow the Yetis in towards that middle compartment, keep them moving up to the north to take the scatter shot, move on around to the Eagle and the second scatter shot, and had the battle blimp for the Town Hall. But now things are starting to go south. His Yetis in the center are going down, and it might not be enough for 11 Original.
Royal Champion Shield comes out, tears apart that top compartment. Perfect timing there from her. Will miss the Wizard Tower up top, and the Eagle Artillery has just been hammering away at these troops for so long. But one abominable snowman has made it onto that Eagle, forcing his way through. The Yeti is out of Yeti mites in his basket, but he will give it the hug of death nonetheless. A Grand Warden on the outside without any troops that he's supporting is still firing away with his magical staff, tearing down these defenses, Judo.
Oh, well, the Yeti was doing a very valiant effort, like you were saying, Woody, with the healers, but the Spring Trap finished him off. It would have meant he might have been able to get even more percentage, and this one is very close. Only a couple of defenses left, but it means 11 Originals still trail.
Yeah, very close is not going to be good enough. This is the same sort of attack lineup that we saw in the group stage on day 1, with 11 Original only getting 1 triple and yet having an 87.4% overall damage. They've scored in the high 80s and 90s before, but haven't been able to get that crucial last 3rd star. This really speaks to the amazing base building skills from Nishan Dance, that they've been able to hold off such a talented and skilled lineup from 11 Original.
Absolutely, and maybe they know what it feels like for the Queen Walkers now as well. They had that incredible percentage. 11 Original have a 93% average, but they are trailing because remember, it is all about the stars. Nishan Dance can really put themselves well in the lead here if they were to get another one in this attack.
If I were an odds maker and you told me that a team had 3 attacks and a 93.3% average destruction, I'd say there's no way that they haven't gotten at least 1 triple on the board already, and yet that is what we see. 11 Original are back to the drawing board now. They cannot play any safe moves here. They have to go for the risky triple in their last 2 attacks, but it's up to Tian next to move in for Nishang Dance and try to deliver another walloping blow to keep their lead high and dry. Lightning and Earthquake will shatter the defenses on the right side corner, coming close to taking down that scatter shot, but instead focusing fire on a couple of other key defenses. He's really done a number on this right side corner, and that'll make it a lot easier to path through the rest of the base.
Yeah, alongside the Grand Warden Walk, he is taking out that entire right-hand side of the base. Then we see the King, Witches, and the Siege Barracks to the left, so quite a heavy push to take out that side of the base. Notice there are storages there, which do have a lot of HP. That's why we need a lot of troops to then allow the Yetis and Bowlers through the middle. Here they come, Woody, but how far will they get?
They're doing their best. The first jump spell is out, and that's kind of an interesting choice there. He's only getting through really 1 layer of wall with that. Might help to keep his troops a little bit further away from the town hall, but gonna have to use that Grand Warden Eternal Tome nonetheless. The CC troops are streaming out, and here comes the poison spell. Is able to grab all the troops there, and we'll have to pop that Lava Hound, spending a lot of time on it, but it's time well spent in my opinion. Tian from Nishang Dance is making his way toward the backside, and whoa! A massive Tesla farm right in the center will pop up. That should be easy to deal with as he tries to get this triple. He still has an Eagle Artillery and 2 scatter shots in the top corner to deal with.
Yes, and the healers have stuck with a couple of Yetis. Meanwhile, the Bowlers and another few of the Yetis moved across to the left, so a little bit unfortunate that his troops split up and the healers were not able to do the splash damage across the entire army. You can see the devastation coming in from the scatter shot to the left, just wiping out the Witches as it pleases at this stage because he's lost the momentum of his army, but with the Queen's ability, he is holding on to that with all of his might to hope he can get these final few defenses, Woody.
Archer Queen Royal Cloak still in tow, uses it right there to tear apart this Barbarian King. Hero, what? He can't do a single thing when the Archer Queen's on the field. Making his way through the last layer of walls. This still has got a shot at 3 stars.
There we go, Woody. It is a 3-star. The healers on the Archer Queen did exactly what they needed to do. The Archer Queen picked the correct wall. What an attack we just seen, Banks.
Yes, indeed. Tian managing to secure another triple for Nishang Dance. They are firmly in the driver's seat now. Still, if you're looking at the percentage difference, it's only 98.3% damage average for Nishang Dance right now. And 11 Original, amazingly, tailing with a 93.3% average. I just can't believe what we're witnessing right now. This is such high-level Clash of Clans, but Nishang Dance pulling away with that star difference, Woody.
Yeah, this is going to be extremely difficult for 11 Original catch up to now. 2 triples on the board for Nishang Dance. Looks like they are going to be doing a cha-cha slide all the way to the grand finals unless 11 Original can get back-to-back triples. They need that 6-pack up on the board immediately if they're going to have any shot at glory. Teemo will be the next to move in, and he's got a huge spell strike in the left side corner there, catches a scatter shot, and is holding on to a poison spell as well to deal with the CC. That'll leave him a bit empty-handed to support the rest of the raid, though. This Yeti Smash army will get back up in the form of 2 rage spells and a jump. But is that going to be enough to make it all the way around the backside? A still really well-protected Eagle Artillery scatter shot right next to that Archer Queen, Judo.
Yes, and I would think he would have to use the Grand Warden's ability through the Town Hall, but notice that would also give him a lot of tankage through the Scatter Shot and the Eagle. But here we go. They are moving into that compartment. No room for error now from 11 Original. The Super War Breaker does give us access, but the Yetis, they look like they might be going around the outside of the base here, Woody. They do. They go for the Archer Tower. Can he use the jump to adapt here?
Teemo sacrifices his Barbarian King into the bowels of hell, sending it straight into that single target Inferno. It burns up and a key offensive troop is lost. His remaining army supported by the Grand Warden, but without any hit points left, he goes down to splash damage, and there's no life for it to protect this raid now. They are out there with their pants down, Judo.
Oh, and the Eagle Artillery stands in the center of the base, looking strong, slamming down onto the troops. He has nothing to path to it, trying to send a balloon in there, but the air sweeper is just pushing it back. Heartbreak for Teemo. He just hasn't been able to get his troops into the center, and it looks very unlikely to turn into the 3-star.
Scary Terry has invaded his nightmares and slashed his psyche to ribbons. Tian's defenses have done what 11 Original hoped was impossible, denying access even to that top compartment. The Eagle Artillery soaring high. Defenses have been impregnable for this base, and Nishang Dance have really brought out an awesome performance here on offense and defense. A well-deserved spot in the grand finals.
Well, now all they need to do is hold it together. They haven't got it yet. 2 attacks remain, but now it is their war to lose. All they need to do is keep the percentage, keep the 2 stars rolling, and 11 Original wouldn't be able to catch up.
All right, well, we still have a few more attacks left. We have seen wars flipped on their head before. If Nishang Dance gets a whiff on either of their next 2, 11 Original could make their stab back at glory. We've seen them make triples out of nothing. Can they cobble it together somehow, some way? Fans of 11 Original, send them your support right now and hope that they can hold off against the mighty army of GYY from Nishang Dance. Another Yeti smash strat, bringing a headhunter this time, as if they had to rub salt in 11 Original's wound, proving that their heroes aren't safe, their base isn't safe, and their spot in the finals isn't safe at all.
He has the bat spells to rain damage as well, Woody. EveMark needs a big defense here. GYY is perfect throughout this month's qualifier so far, with a 3-star using the Yeti Smash in day 1 and a 3-star using Electro Dragons in day 2. He wants to add the Yeti Bobat to the list. Royal Champion on the bottom area of the base is clearing out the Town Hall section. Meanwhile, the Grand Warden is doing a beautiful job up to the top of the base. A collected start here by GYY. He knows exactly what he wants.
An impressive repertoire of offensive capability from GYY, showing us that his attack strats are limited only by his imagination, and his imagination is running wild on this
base. The Archer
base
Queen's
now.
walked. The Archer Queen has gone to the bottom of the base, Woody. This could be very costly. He needs her in the center. The Town Hall goes down. He looks good for the 2-star. That he needs to keep Nishang Dance in the driving seat here, but he wanted the Archer Queen in the center of the base.
There is no jump spell to help redirect her, and he's just at her mercy now, hoping that she can still get value along the bottom side. But with a single target Inferno heating up on the top and bottom compartments, she won't be able to reach it until she taps into that little corner. GYY running into a lot of trouble now, as the unpredictable nature of this pernicious lady has shown once again that you can't rely on an easy strike against a clever base design like what Mark has got here.
Well, he has to get the perfect timing of free spells for the bats now. The Wizard Tower, oh, it does get a strike. He just left it a little bit too thin for the back area of the base. He could have still got this one, but he just wore thin on free spells, and the Wizard Towers are deadly to the bats. They go down in a flash. The single target Inferno at the north of the base just has a cheeky little smile as the Archer Queen comes by. She will not be able to take that one down, but it does secure another high percentage 2-star for Nishang Dance, which at this stage is all they need.
That is the thickest backside I have seen all summer long. Shake, rattle, and roll, but you can't get him off his pedestal. Defense for EveMark will stand tall as GYY's attack will crumble. 8 seconds remaining and no way to get through the last section of the base. He'll be having to be content with 10 stars off this hit.
Another fantastic display there. 86% 2-star from Nishang Dance, just cruising, putting it on cruise control and seeing how they can get through into that final later today. But also a very important display of the tactics of base building right now. That is what is most important right now, because 11 Original really finding it tough to break through those defenses, and Nishang Dance really displaying how prevalent they are in the base building tactic, Judo.
Yes, well, let's not forget, it is all about offense and defense. You can put the 3 stars up, but if your bases can defend, you can also have a good chance of moving through. And it looks like Nishang Dance are doing both of them aspects, the offense and the defense, and that's why they are in such a commanding position now, Woody.
Often takes his time studying the base, He doesn't have any lightning or earthquake spells here, so he's going to do it the old-fashioned way with a 1-2 slap on the face. 5 healers will back up a big walk along the early stage of this hit. On the top side, you can see a super wall breaker rolling in, crashes through the walls to give easy access for an Archer Queen, targeting that multi-inferno and a royal champion as well. Coconut Loon out in front to insulate these healers as they try to stay on point. Great job there, catches a seeking air mine, and Muffin will send another one out to see if there's another.
Yes, and a beautiful job. He gets another one as well, Woody. Whenever you're using a rage spell, it's always a good idea to send a balloon through, because the balloon has so much speed through the rage spell. You are utilizing that bonus as well, and it paid off.
And a third!
It's another! 3 black bombs in that area means he protects all of his healers, and this is exactly what 11 Original need.
Loses just 1 to the 4th bomb set up there. Lei Fang had an idea where a queen charge might come from and tried to prevent it, but Muffin just stiff arm his way through that defense and did an awesome job carving out a big section of that top compartment. The queen will continue the path along, pulling out the clan castle and obliterating the pups that came about. The big force has already come under fire, though, as that Giga Inferno pops out of the town hall and will do its best to repel the invaders. But the queen firing away at another scatter shot, and with easy access to an Eagle Artillery soon after, I think Muffin might have the triple in hand.
He might do. He has done a wonderful job. Despite the Archer Queen not taking out the scattershot until late on, she did enough to distract it, and that has kept all of the hogs and miners moving through here. But the second scattershot is proving deadly, Woody, as nothing wants to go to it. They all track around, and what looked so good is now turning into a nightmare for Muffin.
Even the adamantium shield from a royal champion is not enough to crack and rattle that scatter shot in the center of the base and targeting every single attacker, nuking those hogs, obliterating the healers, tearing them out of the sky. Muffin's offense, which looked so good in the outset, has now just been taken down. Poor guy, seemed like he had 3 stars on his mind, but 2 stars is all he's going to get to go home with, Judo.
Absolutely, but let's not forget, 11 Original have made it to the semi-finals, 2 qualifiers in a row, and with the opportunity of qualifying again through ESL play or through the in-game Clan War leagues, I'm sure they have bags of experience ready to fight back and try and get their golden ticket.
Hey, you make a good point right there, and don't forget that other players at home can try to take 11 Original spot if they want it. The last spot in the final monthly qualifier is still up for grabs in the ESL Play online bracket. Register today if you want to have a shot at glory, and $1 million prize pool still open for anyone in chat who thinks that they're better than these teams. If you got the talk, let's see if you can walk the walk.
Yes, well, you can sign up via the ESL Play website, but let's get into the final attack here, Woody. Eunuch just needs to secure a star. That is all he needs. In fact, percentage, he probably doesn't even need the 50... Oh, no, he would need the 50%. My apologies. So he just needs a star here, and that is Nishang Dance moving on to the finals of this month's qualifier.
Archer Queen, well protected in the bottom corner, takes down the clan castle and will support the rest of the raid. A lot of times you see this queen breaking off away from the other troops, but instead this is going to be a piercer move by Unique from Nishang Dance, supporting the Yeti smash with both of these heroes, backing him up, still holding on to his Royal Champion and the Barbarian King, but expect to see a big squad rolling straight through. Still, Eagle Artillery on the very top side is going to be hard for him to reach, and he'll have to do some amazing pivoting through this base to get them on target. Awesome jump spell right there in the left corner is going to get them toward that town hall a little bit closer, but the healers have swapped off the Archer Queen. I don't know if she can survive this onslaught.
She still has the ability. It has to be used. I don't know whether that was the automatic ability or whether Eunuch pressed it. I don't think he minds because he is closing in on the 50% and the 2-star. He will pretty much get them both together, and that will be sending Nishang Dance through into the finals, and means 11 Original will have to fight back again. But can Eunuch finish this one off and get the 3 stars, Woody?
Unique has not yet scored a 3-star for his team, so now's the time to step up and show him what he's got. The qualification to the grand finals is already there, but you know that Nova Esports and HT family waiting in the wings have got to be having their eyes glued to these matches. They're prepping as best they can, but they know that they've got a tough fight ahead of them. Unique showing that Nishang Dance is a force to be reckoned with, a new squad on the scene, and these upstart champions might just be grabbing that golden ticket.
They might be, and I think Unique is closing in on his 3-star. The healers just kept the Royal Champion alive up in the top corner a couple of seconds ago, but she finishes off the final defense, and with 30 seconds left, Woody, it will be a 3-star for Unique, a 13-10 victory, and that puts them in a very good position moving into the finals, Banks.
Securing it with a triple. What a stylish way to end that one. Nishang Dance will be progressing into the final at the end of today with that chance to get that golden ticket to the World Finals at the end of the year. Congratulations to Nishang Dance. What a way to close it out. What a way to kick off Sunday's playoffs. They kept a cool head throughout, showing their level of knowledge and experience in Clash of Clans. And this is why they are regarded as one of the top seeded teams in this qualifier. Adapting on the fly just seems more crucial than ever at this level. I mean, look at those